Yeah, I grew up in the Bronx. We started out in the South Bronx, and my dad bought his parents' house in Castle Hill.
That's awesome.
About like when I was like kindergarten age,
Okay.
and then we moved up there. And then stayed there until I graduated high school, and then from there I went to Erie, Pennsylvania for undergrad.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
What was it like there?
Nice.
a lot of snow,
Yeah.
a lot of snow,
Nothing to do.
and a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny you mentioned a lot of snow.
Yeah, right.
right
Yeah.
now.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got to stay warm up there. But it was
Whiskey helps.
a lot. Yes.
That's an interesting combo. You got the snow and the drinking. It's like just to warm you up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I learned how to drink. You know, but I hope I hope none of my professors.
Yeah.
Well, so that's what you got out of it.
Ricardo, how could you?
But yeah, so like I went up there. I was on a football scholarship. I was playing. I played for 3 years, and
Can we get a player comp?
Man, I can't, because you know it was pretty rough. It was pretty, like, you know, getting acclimated, you know, to the game, and I was also very good in track and field.
Okay.
So, and I
Nice.
really and you know, the concussions thing, it started out when I was a kid, and then
Oh, wow.
into high school I had 3 more concussions.
Jeez.
And you know, it was just at that
That's crazy.
At that point, I was feeling like, all right, this is done for me.
Yeah.
And I wanted to focus on running track. And my high school team, we took 4th place in nationals in the 4x4.
Holy crap.
So it's like, all right,
Yeah. That's,
hey, you don't get hit on the track.
Right,
no,
right.
definitely, yeah.
But you know, my dad talked me into taking the football scholarship, and it was like, you know, it was with a lot of apprehension, and but once I started to get my feet wet, and like, okay, then they moved me from defensive back to running back, and I was a backup, so it's like, okay, cool, there's no pressure,
Right.
really,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just, you know, get on the field, do your, and then at the end of the day, you just want to get on the field.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
And
And
you
then-
get a few touches a game and you're not.
Yeah. And then, you know, right before the season started, I got two more concussions. And,
Jeez.
yeah, and it just really started to affect me in the classroom.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
How many in total at that point?
7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
7 concussions.
That's a lot.
2 being a kid,
yeah.
and 5 playing
Yeah.
football.
And how old were you at this point? Like 18, 19?
So the last concussions that I had, I was 20.
Wow.
The
All
last
right.
2.
Wow.
It was,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And is that when you started getting into film and kind of the
you know what, and then to tie it back to
Yeah.
the Bronx, when I went to PS31, there was a heavy a heavy investment in the arts, right? So you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, monthly recitals, and
Oh wow, that's
and,
awesome.
You know,
That's awesome.
putting on performances, whether it's, you know, like singing or being a part of the band or some dances.
Yeah.
And then the after school program that I went to at Betanzas, also on St. Anne's, you know, there was a dance instructor there that taught you tap, you know,
Oh, wow.
and early school hip hop dance.
That's awesome.
That's a great transition from, like, you know, athletics to the arts.
Yeah.
Something that's physical.
Because you spend basically all your childhood playing outside, being
Yeah.
on teams, and then all of a sudden it stops.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
And you know, your physiology is like, you got to do something.
Yeah.
And so at the time, I was dating someone in the dance department at Mercyhurst, and then one of her friends got me in touch with their jazz instructor, who also ran an after-school dance program in Erie,
Okay.
right? And he recruited me to do a swing number and a hip-hop number, right? Like, yeah, just, you know, natural transition, football,
Yeah.
swing dance.
It's like an episode of Glee.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the jock that comes on
exactly.
there. And then the next year, he hired me to be his hip hop dance instructor.
Wow. Okay, so you had some moves.
Yeah, I mean, well, had moves.
Wow. I'm sure that helped on the football field with the footwork, though.
Listen, footwork is technique is probably the most important thing outside of strength and speed and stuff.
Of course.